If you've ever left your front door unlocked, you know that uneasy feeling anyone could have walked in.
Cybersecurity works the same way. Once someone slips past the firewall, the front door of your digital house, they could often move around unchecked. For a hospital, that breach could have life-threatening implications. In October 2022, Kelly Parsi brought her then 3-year-old son Jay to an ER in Des Moines, Iowa. He was dehydrated after a recent tonsillectomy earlier that week at the same hospital. What happened next still brings Kelly to tears.
She just had like this big syringe of Tylenol and gave him Tylenol. And then the pediatrician came in and was like, hey, I need to talk to you. We overdosed your son. We have a Narcan on the standby. I can't even talk about this.
It was later revealed that Jay received too much Tylenol with codeine. Kelly says the confusion was due to a ransomware attack at the hospital that caused problems with access to records, including her son's.
Ransomware is a type of malware that holds a victim's data or device hostage, threatening to keep it locked, or worse, unless the attacker is paid. In 2024, the FBI reports Americans lost more than $16 billion to online crime, a one-year jump of 33%. Globally, total losses are projected to soar to $23 trillion by 2027.
Reporter Riley Wyant examines how a zero-trust approach provides a powerful frontline defense against cyber attacks.
Our society has trust issues, but Dr. Christopher White says that's a good thing.
So if somebody calls you, and almost no matter what they say, immediately consider them to be untrustworthy.
This attitude, called zero trust, might just be the thing that keeps you from being scammed.
We've moved to zero trust, right? Zero trust is the architecture of cybersecurity in the workforce today. It's a set of principles that basically says never assume you are safe because of the security steps you've already taken.
In an era where digital threats are escalating, Dr. White says understanding the intersection of technology and security is vital. The rise of new technologies and artificial intelligence has transformed the cybersecurity landscape.
Your average person tends to think about the personal safety piece of it. 2025, following on from 2024, we've seen extensive new forms of attack against America's critical infrastructure by actors across that criminal to nation-state gamut.
Recent cyber attacks now highlighting just how vulnerable our critical infrastructure is. Over 300 major organizations from the medical field to our manufacturing industry were targeted by the Medusa ransomware group. Additionally, the Department of Homeland Security has warned this is just the beginning.
Oftentimes, our laws are behind the technology.
Yeah, there's a degree to which that's inevitable as well. There's good models around the world, and we're not there in the United States.
The European Union, Dr. White says, is a good example.
The European Union has passed their AI Act recently, which is the first global major regulation which deals with the regulation of AI based on risk categories.
Dr. White says one thing that keeps him up at night is criminals who use ransomware to cause physical harm.
They're not looking for money, they're just looking to encrypt the data, and they'll never give you the key, at which point they've destroyed the data. Okay, apply that to a healthcare system. You're in a situation there where people in hospital, the nursing staff are not able to access information about the kinds of medication, the amounts of medication somebody is meant to have.
This all may seem daunting, but Dr. White says the more we learn, the better we adapt.
The lessons we're learning are always evolving in this space. That is true for our adversaries as much as it is for the defenders.
A 2021 executive order mandated that federal agencies adopt zero trust. The Department of Defense has set 2027 as its deadline for full compliance.